Hey everybody, it's Nattan, and welcome back to Shining Song Starnova. Then last we left off, well, Starnova itself is over. The band has the group has disbanded. Yeah, just straight up. I am still like I honestly didn't expect one of the routes to go like this. I figured they would have all gone the whole, you know, the typical anime thing of eventually through all the hardship they come out on top or something, but here we are. It's not an unhappy ending. It's more bittersweet so far, you know? I'd say it's like a bad turn in life, but you pick yourself up, you keep going, you persevere regardless. Even if persistence is what I thought was going to be the thing earlier, but it turned out not to be because it turned out to be something not quite what I thought it was going to be. I fucked up. Natsuki arrived at a folks' farm later that evening. Come to think of it, she worked in the city for over 2 years now. So much had happened during those 2 years, and yet she could remember the early days of its formation like it was yesterday. How they had gone out in the cold to hand people leaflets in the streets, their first photo shoot at that pool, and that one time she kind of lost control and showed herself off stark naked to the man of her dreams. Yeah. It only feels like yesterday, huh? Finally, today was going to be the moment of her homecoming. Her idle career concluded, she had finally returned from the city. Had she imagined the village people lining the roads waving at her, television crews recording the emotional reunion between the village's prodigal daughter and her family? She looked around. There was not another soul on the road aside from her. Yeah. It wasn't like she actually thought something like that would have happened. It was just a fanciful daydream. She was just happy to finally be back home. Alright, I'm going to enter the house, my head held high, and greet everyone. Let's go. When Natsuki arrived at the farm, however, a shocking sight greeted her. What's this huge thing doing out here? Really? And not only that, but nearly everyone in the village is gathered at our farm. There are at least 100 people here. They came out of the house and faced Natsuki. Hi. Yeah, Mina. How is it? Everyone in Shining Productions and their villagers helped put this stage together. Well, some of the financing from the Akamotos too. It's your stage. After all, you never got to perform live for the villagers back home. The other girls approached Natsuki, already dressed in their stage uniforms. Sasame handed Natsuki her uniform. Empty, no shops, no Starbucks. That's not all, though. Listen to this. Hanazawa-san and the director of her talk show appeared from the audience. Yeah, remember the time you got stabbed in the back? Uh-huh. Well, I'm so glad to hear you didn't feel good about it, but that's a bit spiteful. Yeah, huh? Huh. It's a daily show, so it'll be a lot of work. But now it's time for you to think about your post-idol career. Why don't you take it?
もちろん花沢さんと仕事ができるなんて光栄です。おいおい、プロデューサーよ。私たちにも仕事紹介してくんない？
Hey, I'm not the one who
私たち、シャイニングで仕事することを決めたの。アイドルとしてじゃないけど、みんながバラバラになるのは寂しすぎる。
What? Huh?
これなら私たち全員一緒に頑張っていきます。プロデューサーさんと共に。
That's Kado-chan to you. Thank you very much.
みんなはシャイニングに残るってこと？
Huh.
だって今更場所を変えるのも面倒でしょ。それに私がいなきゃプロデューサーさんが寂しさで毎晩泣きながら寝ることになるんじゃない？
Lonely, you realize that I'm sleeping with that? Never mind.
もうプロデューサーさん
Thanks, Salami.
みんな私の友達。こんなところで仕事するなんて想像できない。
Also, just notice how Julie didn't even bother reacting to that. She just ignored it because she's like, internally, she's just, damn it.
一緒に頑張りましょう。どうしようもないタレントたち。
Oh, and how's your solo career going, Twin Tails?
ソロデビューすることになるけど、私も当然残るわよ。
Oh, so it hasn't happened yet, has it?
今度こそ頑張ってもらわないとね、お兄ちゃん。
Don't call me that, it's Karo-chan.
血を吐くまで仕事するのよ。死ぬまで頑張るのよ。
Work until you die. Yeah, you know, why don't you change your gimmick from the cutesy little sister to the cutesy fucking Emoto to the yandere? I mean, yeah, small but deadly. Understood, coach. And some of the girls ended up deciding to stay at Shining Productions. From now, they would have different jobs instead of being idols. However, they reunited in their desire to be their best as entertainers. Most importantly, our everyday lives would continue. Whenever I came into work every morning, I was one of the same 7 girls who'd brought me this far. Huh. I couldn't imagine it being any other way. Just then we were interrupted by the screeching of a van as it came to an abrupt stop at Natsuki's farm. The door flung open, over a dozen men rushed out in neon pink robes. I guess, okay. Mm-hmm. Aki smiled confidently.
私たちがここでもう一つのライブをするのをチャーバーでバラしちゃったかもしれない。
Ah, you cheeky little shit.
よーし、みんなもう来たことだし、やるわよ。ナッタンの秘境ライブ。みんな、ヤッホー！
There it is. Natsuki changed into uniform and took the stage with the girls. I watched along with the family, their villagers, and our fans as their performance went on. 2 years ago, she had come to Tokyo with all sorts of crazy notions and misunderstandings. Despite her lack of common sense, she kept cheering the others on with her endless energy. And through all this, Natsuki never forgot her initial goal of doing her best as a shining idol, then coming back home with her back straight no matter what happened. She was never a top idol. She never became a celebrity. But in the end, I think she never wanted to be one anyways. She just wanted to live her life at her own pace. That was our Tanabe Natsuki, our shining country idol. Welcome home. Yeah, that definitely was not the ending I was expecting. Wow, that's this one legitimately threw me for a loop. Huh. 1 year later. Before we knew it, a whole year had passed after that. Despite Starnova disbanding, the girls of Shining Productions still worked hard every day to make it big in the entertainment business this very day. Surrounding the office were the framed photographs of the agency's top talents. Yamamoto Maria, now the host of the late-night game show Mad Jungle. Her funny commentary and the ludicrous challenges imposed by the contestants made for a surefire comedy hit. Shimazaki Sasami, now an amusement park entertainer, but don't expect to be out in the sun donning an oversized mascot suit because she was still a stage performer. Her Super Ranger skits were a hit with the kids, and she was recently named one of the PR representatives of the Ueno Zoo. Watanabe Julie, fashion model and solo singer. When not gracing the runway with the latest fashion, she was rocking out in her Big America rock band. Hashimoto Mika, up-and-coming anime voice actress. Armed with more knowledge of anime than the very audio staff working on the show, she's rapidly starting to gain industry recognition. Kashiwa Gyaki, still working hard as an idol. Following her graduation from Starnova, she shed her child image and moved on to more adult-themed work. As expected, her hard work and devotion led her quickly getting explosively popular. She was more difficult to handle than ever, though. Akamoto Nemu wasn't a talent anymore, but was still working hard at Shining Productions as Aki's producer. After graduating from being an idol, Nemu decided to focus on joining management, enrolling in nightly business management classes. With her past experience as an idol, she was the perfect woman to manage our agency's big-name idol. And finally, Tanabe Natsuki, one of the presenters of the primetime television show Hanazawa Corner. Her investigations of strange happenings take her across the nation. See her nightly on television Musashi 7 o'clock. And of course, many other new faces have joined Starnova since Shining Productions since our early days of running Starnova. Blah, blah, blah. You could tell things were going better than ever. After many years, the fruits of our hard work are finally starting to grow. What the hell? Pardon me, okay, what's up? What? You were there, Natsuki? Of course I was. What are you, staring into space or something? Okada-chan was just, inspecting, just thinking. Huh. I was just thinking of how far we got after all this time. Yeah, that right. By the way, how are things with your folks back at the farm? Thanks to my sister's salaries, things ain't that bad. Oh, and this year's harvest is pretty bountiful too, I hear. And I don't know too much about this, but the government's passed some law that helped pollinate the villagers out. Thankfully, those thugs in the bank never showed up to hassle my folks after that time we were there. I suppose that means the farm's gonna be alright for now. Indeed, I did find it strange that all of a sudden the bank seemed to be in a hurry at all, to collect on the debt. Like they somehow miraculously forgot the debt even existed. I got the feeling that Nemo really did get her dad's real estate company to apply some under-the-table pressure in the whole affair. She denied knowledge of any such thing happening the last time I asked her, though. It's also possible she showed up at the executive's office one day with a knife and did her a whole yandere routine and scared them to death. I suppose taking advantage of those kinds of connections is just one of the inescapable facts of adult life. Either way, we were grateful that it seemed like Natsuki's folks were going to be able to keep their farm. Of course, my relationship with Natsuki was going swimmingly as well. We had now dated for a year now. Even though our relationship was kept a secret for now that Stop saying now! Now. That Natsuki wasn't idle anymore. It was like going out with her was impossible. Wait, what? No, it wasn't like. Okay. Thought I read that wrong. After work, I found myself in her apartment for dinner. My folks sent us some rockfish from back home. Hope you like it, Kato-chan. I don't toot my own horn too much. This stuff's the real deal, you know? None of them grown in polluted waters like what you find in the market. This stuff comes straight from the source. Somehow I got the feeling Natsuki said the same thing about everything that came from her folks. Oh well, this is just the way she was. Thank you for the food. I took a sip of Natsuki's fish stew. As expected, the broth was top notch. And it wasn't just the caliber of the ingredients. Natsuki really was an excellent cook. Maybe if the whole talk show hosting didn't work out, she could be the host of a cooking show instead. Huh. She put up some contacts there. I was still a producer after all. It was on duty to make sure that Natsuki always had jobs. It's great as usual. Yeah, the food your folks in really is something else, huh? I told you so. Ha ha ha! Insert Titus laugh. Ha 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 ha! After dinner, I sat with Natsuki in her bed as she cuddled around me like an attention-seeking kitty. Okay. Kara-chan? You're still calling me that everywhere, huh? Sadly, not calling you properly, but don't worry, I'm correcting. What's the matter? Don't you get tired of everyone calling you Producer-san? Sure, but always raises eyebrows and strangers around. It's kind of weird for a talent to call a producer by his first name, after all. But Nattan wants to keep calling Kara-chan Kara-chan. Because it's something only Nattans love to do. I suppose you're right. Well, it's not like our relationship is forbidden anymore. I'm sure people will find out eventually. Time to pounce on that dick. Ellipses. And so our happy days continued. Our lives were built up of the building blocks we laid earlier. Even though Natsuki never became a top idol, maybe your path was what gave us this happy everyday life. In the end, we all owed her a big debt for her devotion to living life with a clear conscience. Oh, look! I returned to my new apartment after a long day of work. Let me guess, this is where something lewd would happen, and it would be more exciting if I had the game patched. Thanks to years of hard work, I was finally promoted to the head of Shining Productions after President Okada's retirement. Ordinarily in the rest, I've gotten this apartment pretty early on because I made sort of managed to become a success. Whereas in this run, it failed. Of course, he was still available for guidance, but you could say that I was truly in charge of the company now. Things weren't going well. It was an enormous responsibility, but it came with its perks. A great apartment, and an equally great girlfriend. What a perfect life. It almost seemed a bit too perfect. As if something can go wrong at this exact moment and ruin everything. But I'll be just being paranoid. What could go? The sound of someone pounding against my door nearly made me jump out of my skin. Oh no. Did I jinx it? Did this thing go terribly wrong again? Ordinarily, I'd say yes, but I doubt it this time around. I totally cannot handle last-minute reversal of fortunes right now. I worked hard, god damn it. I had a girlfriend, I had an apartment. This isn't even funny, man. I thought it was in the epilogue. Fuck you. Oh god in heaven, please let this not be bad news. I gulped and opened the door. Natsuki nearly collapsed into my apartment, a look of white horror on her face. What did your parents send you now? It's an emergency! What happened? Oh god, it's Julie, isn't it? They found her nudes of her online, didn't they? Natsuki grabbed her the shoulders, rocking back and forth. John. Did they send one of the alpacas to your apartment? My world shook as my head whipped back and forth. Shake it, baby, shake it, baby, shake it, baby. Yeah, I know. Okay, what is it now? I ran out with Natsuki to her apartment. Once I arrived, I saw a freight truck with an enormous wooden crate next to it. Oh no. My worst fear is to confirm I noticed air holes. They'd done it again. It's one of the alpacas, isn't it? Natsuki's folk had shipped livestock to the city. And this time, it was not a mere chicken. It was something big. I can imagine just standing there kind of looking down at her out of the corner of his eye like, it's not that. You're kind of, never mind, just tell me what it is. Natsuki grabbed a crowbar and split the front of the crate open. And out came an alpaca. Oh! I'm sorry, and not just a small baby one either. A full-grown adult alpaca. Just then the other girls came rushing over to the scene. Please. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Please tell me it picks up Aki and runs away with her. We're here. Oh, she actually narrated herself. Never mind.
何そのでかいものは。
It's come, Naki. It's come for revenge.
おい、まさか。
Mm-hmm.
またしても絶望の予感が。
Mika, would you like to explain how this is a harbinger of doom?
なんか臭い。
Thank you.
あっちゃあ、これは問題だね。
Nattan grabbed the alpaca by the harness and tried to bring it under control.
落ち着いて。
There's no way we're gonna be able to keep an alpaca in this city. You gotta ship this back, Natsuki. No matter your parents' generosity, there's no way we can accept this gift.
でも、
What?
片道料金で送られてきてるし。
Then I'll pay it for the return.
それに、木枠も壊れちゃったし。
There's also that.
大丈夫。今動物園の人を呼ぶから何とかしてくれるはず。
Hope.
今すぐ家の人に私たちの財産を集めさせるから早くここから避難しないと。
He's on top of shit.
おお、なんという痛快な展開。信じられないわ、あんたたち。まあ、ここで正気でいられるのは私だけかしら。
I wouldn't go that far, Julie, but, you know, whatever you need to sleep at night.
こんな怪物を私に近づかせないで。もし噛まれたら歌ってやるからね。
Eat her. Eat her. Just then, the alpaca made an incredible noise. Nice grabbed the creature on the neck and tried to hold it steady. But it was futile. Well, that's, not what I was hoping. But, the alpaca ran off and Natsuki still wrapped around it. You look anything but afraid. With a gasp, I chased after it. Natsuki! Ellipses. Fuck off. And so, the heroine of our story rode off into the proverbial sunset, mounted on an alpaca. I almost screwed that up bad. And being chased by her boyfriend. As we ran in the streets of Tokyo chasing after a runaway alpaca, I thought I couldn't imagine a more fitting end to Natsuki's tale. Huh. Oh, well, I suppose it wasn't quite the end yet. Who knew what else was going to happen from now on? Do your best, Natsuki. Your best, everyone. And the alpaca, please slow down. But first, catch your damned alpaca. Our story was a weird one. It was just beginning. Riding into the sunset. Okay. Yeah, that was more the speed I was kind of anticipating. Yeah, okay. Thank you. That was good. I liked it a lot. That was the ending though, I'm just not over the fact that this was an ending where Starnova actually broke up prior to the epilogue. And it was Natsuki's route of everyone's. Jesus. Okay, well. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode where we'll start another route. I think we only have 2 options left before we can unlock the final route. Because I'm pretty sure we could. You, we just did you, so yeah. It should just be Julie, Maria, and then, well, get the final keys of the kingdom and get Salami's route. So yeah, see you next time.